What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a 1 hour trading strategy that works great with crypto, forex, stocks, options, indexes, anything that you guys like to trade, anything that has price action. This stuff is pretty awesome and pretty simple to use. So let's get right into it. So first, I always like to use TradingView for my charting. So we're going to go into TradingView. And we're going to add a few indicators to this, right? And this for this trading strategy, it works great on the 1 hour, even works better on the longer time frames. You could try it out on the shorter time frames, like the 5 minute, 15 minute as well. But I like to use this on the 1 hour time frame. So the first indicator that we're going to go ahead and use is the super trend. So we're going to go ahead and go in here, super trend. And we're going to get the super trend. That's this one right here with the Kevon C, that person. We're going to add that. We're going to make some changes to the super trend. We're going to go here, click on that cog looking thing for settings. We're going to go into input, and we're going to change the ATR period. And instead of 10, we're going to use 50. And the ATR multiplier, instead of 3, we're going to change that to 5. Okay, and we'll keep everything else the same. You see how it kind of adjusted, right? Click OK. So the first indicator is set up. The second indicator we're going to add is the EMA, the moving average exponential. And we're going to make a change to that as well. So we're going to click on the settings again. We're going to make this a 200 EMA because I like the longer EMAs just to get a directional trend for the long term. And I'm going to change this color to white. And I like the 200 EMA to be a thicker line. So we're going to go ahead and change that. Click OK. And now we've got the super trend set up. The last indicator we're going to add is going to be a smoothed Heiken candles. Okay, I've talked about Heiken candles in a lot of my other videos. So we're going to use this one, the smoothed Heiken candles made by ADDITY. All right. And then I'll go into a little bit more of a discussion about the Heiken stuff and the smoothed Heiken candles. So we've added that. We're going to make some changes to this as well. Click again on settings. And for the inputs over here, we're just going to change the length to 23 instead of 10. All right, click OK. Now you've got your chart set up. So Heiken candles are great for like trend detection, and we want to use a couple of different indicators that kind of go with the trend. And again, this stuff does not work well in choppy markets. So I get this comment all the time. It's like, hey man, your strategy doesn't work when, unless if it's trending. Well, duh, we're trading with the trend. We're not trying to go against the trend or trying to trade in a choppy market. The money is made when you're patient and you identify a trend, and that's when you get in. You don't need to be trading all the time to be profitable. You need to be making high probability trades to be profitable. All right. So what exactly is a strategy? Well, the strategy right here that we're going to use with these indicators is whenever the price action is above the 200 EMA, we're going to look for buys. When the price action is below the 200 EMA, we're going to look for sells. We're not going to go against that bigger trend. And when the Heiken candles, the smoothed Heiken, right, indicator, when it's running blue, we're looking for buys. When it's red, we're looking for sells. And how do we know when to buy or sell? That's when the super trend indicator comes in. All right. So if the price action's above, Heiken, the smooth Heiken candles are blue, and you get a buy signal, what you're going to do is, what you're going to do is place a buy trade, which is right above the high of that trigger candle. Okay. And this is just what I would do. This is just a strategy that's been working for me. Again, I got to put the disclaimer in. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you what I do. All right. And then you're going to do a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Okay. And you're going to put your stop loss wherever whatever the trade triggers, you're gonna put the stop loss at the low of the Heiken Ashi candle. Okay, so for instance, let's take this as an example. In this, let's do long position. You've got the price action above, you've got the blue. This would be your trigger candle. So if we were to do a trade right here, right, a buy right here, it would not trigger until this candle right here. Okay, so if we did that and we put the stop loss right below the tail of the blue Heiken Ashi smooth angle, and we did a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, boom, it would have triggered, it would have made a profit right there. Okay, and your stop loss would have been right here. So again, whenever you're doing, you know, 1 to 2 risk to reward, you are gonna have losses. But as long as you're winning more than you're losing, or even less than that, you're gonna be profitable because the numbers work out, right? Because every time you risk 1, you're winning 2. So you lose 1, you win 2. You lose 1, you win 2. Understood? So even in the long run, even if you have a bunch of losing trades, if you're just winning a little bit, you know, a decent amount, like even less than 50%, you're gonna be up. Okay. And if you're winning at 50% win to loss, you're gonna be super profitable. So, you know, keep that in mind as well. So that right here was a good trade and ended up being a win. And hey, if you guys are enjoying my content, please hit that like button and drop me a comment below. Let me know, you know, just say hi. Let me know where you're watching from, what you like about the strategy or what you don't. Just comment. I respond to most of my comments, as you guys have probably noticed. I love reading all the comments. So yeah, please do drop me a comment, hit that like, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you hit the bell so you get notified of all of my future videos. And you know, I just appreciate if you just like the videos that I'm putting out and just click that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. So that was one trade. Let's look at another one. So this one, you get a sell signal. This is already red, which is great. This one would have been a loss, but you're not going to win all of them. So we're still going to look at this, even though this is going to be a loss. All right. So this right here, this is the trigger candle. You place a buy order below the low of the trigger candle. So say you trigger the trade right here on the next candle. Your stop loss would be right at the top of the Heiken Ashi candle, and you're trying to do a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Okay. And this one would have stopped out right there. Okay. So that one would have stopped out right there, which is fine. You're gonna lose some. It's part of trading. Now let's go back. We would not take this trade because yes, you've got the buy, you've got the blue, but the price action is below the 200 EMA. So we're not getting into that, and just saved yourself a loss right there, right? Because this one, you would have gotten in right there, and here you would have stopped out because that's where the low of that trigger candle would have been. Okay, so we saved that losing trade. Let's go back. Let's see if this one would have been good. Okay, so here's another example, right? So you get a sell signal, price actions below the 200 EMA, smooth Heiken Ashi is red, right? Let's see how this would have worked. This would be a trigger candle. You would place a trade below the low, so you'd get in on this candle right here. Your stop loss on this would have been at the top end of the Heiken Ashi smooth candle. And we're going to do a 2-to-1 risk to reward. And bam, that's where you would have hit the profit, right here. And yeah, that's a lot of pips. That's a lot of pips on this GBP JPY pair. So you guys get the idea, right? Like when you're taking a loss, the losses aren't that bad, right? But when you're making the profits, you see what a big move this was, right? You saw what a big move this was. And then you also saw this was a decent move as well. So this is basically using the Heiken Ashi smooth candle with the super trend in the 200 EMA. If you guys found value in this, please do hit that like button. And hey, join my free Telegram channel. I've got a free Telegram channel where I post some of my plays from time to time. I try to do it at least like once a week. I'll put up one of my trades, even though I trade quite a bit. And that one, I give you guys free trades that I'm doing and stuff like that. So you guys can follow along if you'd like, at your own risk, of course. And yeah, so join my Telegram channel, hit the subscribe button on this one. Let me know what you thought about this strategy. And I will see you guys on the next one.